My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of the 2019 Hellboy. And this movie shouldn't exist. This movie should have been Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy 3. And it pisses me off that that movie will never exist. So, I'll be honest, when I watched this reboot for the first time, I watched it wanting to hate it, and therefore I did hate it. But plenty of time has passed, and this movie deserves to be revisited, but with an open mind. So I just rewatched this movie, and I'll be honest, I was correct about everything. This movie is terrible, and just because I was pissy about Hellboy 3 not getting made doesn't mean I was wrong on anything regarding this movie. So, yeah, it's really bad. I hate this movie. Oh, shit. Like, why would you decide to make this instead of what could have been? But anyways, let's begin by talking about the cast. And David Harbour actually does a fine job. He carries this movie well enough, but I don't like the way Hellboy is written here. He just sounds whiny. He'll be like, "Dad, why are we doing this?" Like, it reminded me of Luke Skywalker in A New Hope. And I don't really feel like there was much to the character here. So, he's fine. I wish he was given better material. Sasha Lane is an actress I really like because she was in this one movie called American Honey, which is one of the best A24 films, and she's incredible in it. And her career ever since has disappointed, and this movie is no exception. Like, she's fine, she's likable, but she's given such weak material. And Daniel Day Kim is really flat and uninteresting. And it's so funny because Daniel's character was supposed to be played by Ed Skrein, but because the character is Asian, there was a backlash, so Ed Skrein dropped out of the movie and got replaced by Daniel Day Kim, and he just won in every possible way there. Mila Jovovich, I think, can be a good actress, but she just comes across as generic here. She's given really weak material and she can't elevate it. Stephen Graham does a perfectly fine job. Ian McShane is fine. I wish he was given some stronger material to work with, but he's still a nice presence to have, and Thomas Hayden Church is good for the 2 minutes he's in this movie. So, the cast isn't really the issue, it's the material they have to work with. And look, this movie does have potential. There was actually one great moment with the Baba Yaga, not John Wick, another Baba Yaga. And there were some cool ideas here. Like, the main villain is chopped up into all these different parts, and each part is placed in a box, and that's a great hook. That's a great story. Could be like Davy Jones meets Beetlejuice, the scene where his wife comes back together. But the execution is just flat, and there's all these demons and creatures, and I'll talk about this more later on, but they look atrocious. So you watch this movie and you can see some cool ideas, but the script is a complete mess. the story and characters are underdeveloped, and it just feels like, and then this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and there's not enough cohesion to everything going on, and it just becomes really boring. And on top of that, the jokes in this movie suck to an embarrassing degree. And the movie makes it clear that will be the case from the very first scene. Well, there's narration, and he's just like, oh, the Dark Ages were dark. That's why they're called the Dark Ages, and they fucking sucked. And I'm like, holy shit, this is so bad. I definitely didn't get that exact line right, but it's the same idea. I also thought the soundtrack felt very amateurish, and the CGI is abysmal. Like, this is a movie that should be practical effects heavy, but every cool idea for a creature or a character is just destroyed by the CGI. Like, Sasha Lane's character can make it so people can talk to the dead, but the visual here reminded me of Thor Love and Thunder when Thor is talking to the kids. Like, it looks that bad. The practical effects are fine. I do like the look of Hellboy here, but we needed way more practical effects and way less CGI. There's even a scene where the villain's eye is sticking out, and it should be cool, but it just looks so ugly and fake, and the final battle to this movie sucks. Like, the whole idea of Hellboy turning evil, like, we already kinda got that hint in the other two movies, so it's nothing new. But like, Hellboy does turn evil for like 2 minutes, and it just feels like a waste. Like, if you're going to have him turn evil, then have him turn evil. Would have been great if he turns evil and Sasha Lane and Daniel Day Kim and his father have to fight him and turn him back good. That would be a great last act, but he turns evil, then he turns good, and oh, that was it? Now he's just good? Feels wasted, and the final fight takes place in the same location, so despite all this creature mayhem going on, it still feels really small scale. And look, Neil Marshall is a good director. I really like The Descent, and I love Dog Soldiers. But he has been very open about the fact that this movie was taken from him, and he wanted to make an R-rated horror movie, and the studio just meddled, and I believe him. And it's just a shame because I think he is such a great director, and ever since this movie came out and he spoke out, his career just took a nosedive, unfortunately. So I don't know how much of this is to blame on him or the studio, but what I do know is that this movie sucks. It's ugly, it's messy, it's boring, it's not funny, and you can see it and see potential, but it's not realized. So I'm giving Hellboy a 3 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Hellboy? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin,